I've now been sat here for hours trying to get DeepSeek to be at the same level as Anthropic. I've finally given up, guys, and I'm just going to show you this insane prompt and exactly how to use it to make a beautiful looking website statically generated that uses programmatic SEO to rank on Google. So what does this look like? What I want you to imagine is you are someone who wants to make money online, okay? So for example, from, let's just say affiliate marketing or display ads or whatever it is, okay? And you've been wanting to do this for a while and you've always gone down the route of a WordPress blog. What I want you to do is reimagine what you're trying to create, okay? So let's say you want to make a dog website, right? Everyone's been through this process before. Then you can programmatically generate one of these websites which has far more content on it and has a much better chance of ranking. So this website here, World of Cheese, this took me 8 minutes to make, or 8 to 15 minutes, using Cline and Anthropic. And I'm going to show you that exact workflow. And you're also going to get this prompt completely free, no strings attached. The one thing I will mention, there is a link here if you want to work with us. If you've got an idea, or if you've got a proprietary piece of data, a data set, a CSV, and you've always thought to yourselves, I wonder how I can use this to advertise my business, right? Come and talk to us. We're currently looking for ways and people to work with to basically duplicate this process where someone comes to us with a data set, we discuss the ideas for a website. So for example, a World of Cheese style website. Let's say you have a cheesemongering business and you want to have another website to bring more people to your business. Okay, come and talk to us and we will talk about how we can make one of these websites with you. Now that being said, guys, I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So I'm just going to grab this entire prompt, and you don't really need to read the prompt if you don't want to. Effectively, what this prompt does is it generates a website based on two inputs, which is a CSV, a CSV input, right? And OpenAI GPT-4o Mini, so I'll just put AI. What happens is you give the CSV data, so in this case, it's just a data set from Kaggle, so Kaggle cheese data set. Let's say this one, I think it's this one here. Yeah, so this has what type of milk is used, the country of origin, the region of origin, the family, the type, the fat content, calcium content, etc. Now, obviously, ChatGPT could guess all of this, but it's much better to just have a solid data set. And then what Anthropic does using Cline is it thinks about ways that you could generate, let's say, a description for this. For example, this is ChatGPT generated, this is ChatGPT generated, this is all ChatGPT generated. But what it does, this prompt, is it effectively takes the CSV and AI and puts inside the prompt, it puts the variables from the CSV, right? So let's just say the variable, for example, in this case could be milk type, right? So milk underscore type, right? So it'll say in the prompt, take into consideration all of these different variables that are relevant to that specific description or history and background or serving and storage that you're trying to generate, right? And then a lot of these, right, serving suggestions, storage tips, this can just be GPT generated because GPT knows, for example, how to store specific cheese, right? It can at least guess as well. And then another thing is, another part of this prompt is to visualize some of that data. So that's what this is. I'm not massively happy with this. I feel like this could be better, but this is just what it came out with. And this is kind of a similar prompt to this website that I made, which if you just go on Google, now this is nothing crazy, obviously, but if you think about how to scale this, right? Now, the reason I'm going to tell you to focus on impressions here, people talk about this a lot on my channel. The main reason I tell people to focus on impressions is because it's harder to skew. Okay, if I go on clicks, you'll see most of these clicks are to my dog breed helper, which is people from my channel clicking on searching for and then clicking on the website, right? Because they don't want to try and guess what the domain is. They might get it wrong, whatever. So they just search my dog breed helper and then click on the first result. That's actually why I tell people to focus on impressions, especially when I'm starting out on a website, and then later on it's just because I think impressions are more important. But you can see impressions are, pretty decent for a 20-day period, 10,000 impressions. You got to remember that this is a brand new website. It was only released in October, right? And if you did the same thing with a blog, you wouldn't really expect this amount of daily impressions yet, right? The growth would be a bit slower. Not always, but just generally speaking, if you're doing like an affiliate blog or whatever, you'd be looking at 6 months before you really start to get good impressions. Now, again, this is nothing crazy, but this specific example took me a bit longer, obviously, because I was learning. But this website here, which is the same concept, pretty much the same prompt with a few changes, is actually completely, it took 10 minutes to make. With all that being said, let's actually get into the process here. So this is just Visual Studio Code. Just, if you don't know how to download that, I don't know how to help you, I'm sorry. Just download Visual Studio Code. And then you're going to want to use Sonnet. It's just by far the best, honestly. I have these special instructions here. I'm not actually sure what these are. Okay, I'll leave these because this worked yesterday. I'll leave these in the description as well. I mean, this might be messing things up a little bit, though, to be honest with you. But I'll just leave these here. I'm gonna organize this a little bit, guys. So, okay, so I left that at the top there as well. You don't have to use this. It's just, I just made a website in 12 minutes and I used these special instructions. I didn't even know they were set, but I did use them. So I will just leave them there. Now I'm going to put this on plan. This new Cline plan thing is fucking amazing, guys. Honestly, I cannot say that enough. It's incredible. Basically what it does is it allows you, and this is something that's very, very hard to do with these coders. I think Cline's the only one that does this. But it allows you to give kind of ideas. It allows you to give the context of what you're trying to do and allow it to understand the context of what it's trying to implement before implementing it. And that's so good. It's so much better than Cursor, where there's no real way to do this as far as I know. Composer always gets started before you even tell it anything. So first of all, Anthropic, very, very fast, which is great. Now, I actually made a mistake there, so I'm just going to start this whole process again. So I'm just going to do a new window, go back to Cline. Now, the first thing you actually want to do is you want to go to New Terminal and you want to create a new NPX project, right, using 14.23 and then just smashing enter. So this is the first thing you should do. Create next app 14.2.3, whatever the name of your website is, and then just smash enter a few times, okay? Then the second thing you want to do is this thing, auto approve, will be turned off. Click here, turn a few of these on. I just like to turn these ones on here. So execute safe commands, edit files, read files and directories, auto approve, and then you can click auto approve. Max requests 50, right? And then keep it on act for now. Keep it on plan for now. And then you can minimize it by just clicking this little arrow here like that. Okay, and then we'll just paste the prompt again. I'm just gonna have to scroll. And then what you want to do at the very top of the prompt is say, you are inside a new Next.js project. These were my setup outputs. Okay, so then we just copy this and then hit enter. Right, so now make sure auto approve is turned on, and now go and play League of Legends. Or whatever you want to do. Go make yourself some lunch, go to sleep, set another one going. You can do whatever you want, right? That's the beautiful thing about this. So just quickly going back to the prompt, like I said before, these were the inputs, right? CSV and AI. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that your CSV data, this is a sample, right, of the CSV data. The way you want to, the way the website will be set up is no matter how many inputs are here, it doesn't matter. So you could have 1,000 or you could have 5, it doesn't matter. And then another thing that you do want to do is you want to kind of give it some ideas of what type of SEO you want. So just full transparency, just so you guys know how I came up with the idea, etc., etc. Basically, I just said to ChatGPT 01, I want to make a directory of something with very few but searchable things, for example, national parks in the US, of which there are 63. I want some more ideas like this, but feel free to think outside the box. So it gave me some bland, blah, 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 and I just said, I'm using a data source of Google My Business Information. So let's just scroll down because that's not relevant, because that's not what... Oh, sorry, no, that was what came up. So it did give the suggestion after the first prompt of cheese, and that's where I got the idea for the cheese directory from, right? It came up with some other really, really good ideas, by the way. And then in terms of the SEO, I then just took this, and then I believe I just said to Claude something like, give me the index pages for a website, a directory programmatic website about cheese, and then gave it like this. Wait. And then give it like examples. So like, for example, milk type, etc. from this CSV data, and then gave it the CSV data, which we have already. And just kind of see what it came out with. And then you can feed this to your prompt, right? So you just take this and put it here, index page examples. So aroma, flavor, rind, fat content, type, etc. Don't go too crazy with this. You don't want too many categories, especially if they're going to be duplicate. But to be honest with you, this is actually an even better list, which I wish I had. I wish I had. But yeah, just so you know, that's how I came up with the idea. And then we're just doing the planning here. So there we go, beautiful. It's come up with pretty much everything, which is nice. The cost is very, very low. Why is it so low? Why is it using... Why does it say DeepSeek? Oh no, that's more than DeepSeek. Yeah, no, that's definitely Anthropic. So let's see, is it asking me questions? Let's see, let me outline a comprehensive plan. Before we act, I need your API key. Okay. No, you don't need to elaborate. So I'm just going to give it an OpenAI key, and then I'm going to press act. Okay, and then, yeah, like I said before, we can now just leave it. You will have to occasionally press run. It's 4:30, let's say, right now, and we're just going to let it run and see what happens, basically. So it did make a new one there. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure why it felt the need to do that. We're also, it's not CDing properly, which does happen sometimes. But yeah, you can pretty much just leave it now, and then for about a price of $6, it's going to make this entire website for you. So I'm not going to do anything else. I might just leave this recording and then speed this up, to be honest with you. We'll see. Okay, guys, just for context, it's been 13 minutes. Like, literally all I've done is just watch 2 World of Warcraft videos. So this one from Rav, and I just started watching this one here from Will E. Yeah, let's see what happens. So npm install, npm run build. So there was an error there, so we'll just send the error here and just fix that error real quick. So yeah, one really cool thing is that it will actually run the commands, and if it doesn't work, it will then fix the errors, which is really, really cool. Like, watch this. So yeah, you can see it came up with this error here, and now it's just running it again. Well, it's fixing the error first, and then it's just going to run it again. So it's completely self-sufficient. I'm not doing anything, really. I'm just occasionally pressing buttons. It will even notify you and tell you, like, okay, there's an error, or can I please run this command, or whatever it might be. We're very close to you being able to just run this 24/7 non-stop, coming up with ideas for itself, finding data for itself, that kind of thing. Like, once it's at that point, that's when things get really, really crazy. Okay, so like as you can see here, it says maximum requests reached. Cline has auto-approved 50 API requests. Would you like to reset the count? I got a notification on Windows. $2 spent so far. We can proceed with this. If you set yourself a budget of like, let's say $6 each time, let's see what happens. Still getting errors, but that's fine. Okay, so now we can see that we've just got some TypeScript errors. So if you think about it, it's running npm run build, so that, you know, TypeScript errors are to be expected. But once it's figured this part out and fixed all these errors, which again, I'm not doing anything. I'm watching Sharp on my phone right now, right? Like I'm literally just chilling to the absolute max. Just think about how you can do this while you sleep even, which is completely crazy as well. Just let this do this. Put this on 200 instead of 50. Like, you know, sometimes it's going to get stuck and say that the job's done when it's not. That's just the nature of AI. But you can see it's generated all of these prompts. It's really, really gone to town on this. Very, very excited to see the end result and to show you guys. Okay, so I just went to go and eat quickly. 10 past 5, and we have our first kind of MVP. You can see we've got the bare bones of the website already. It's already generating content using OpenAI. All of the category pages, like French cheeses, all of the individual pages here, everything's done, right? That's it. It's done an amazing job, right? 30 minutes. In that time, I watched some YouTube videos. I watched a bit of Sharp. I ate, came back, job's done. Next website, bang bang. I'm gonna leave the video there, guys. I really, really wanted to talk about this because I just think this is possibly the biggest opportunity I've ever seen in terms of SEO. Okay, so there are a few 404 pages, but what you'll see is, if you do have a 404, it'll pop up here and it will start to fix itself as well. Get the prompts in the description, guys. Use this workflow, plan, act, make the website, and then launch the website. From here, all you have to do is push it to GitHub, right? Let's just open this folder quickly. And let me just show you how this actually works. If I open data, we should see that there should be some JSON files. These are the files that were created from the system, right, by running npm run build. As long as npm run build works, it's ready to launch on something like Netlify or Vercel. I'll leave the video there, guys. This prompt is crazy. Cline is crazy. Anthropic is crazy. Thanks for watching. If you're watching all the way to the end, you're an absolute legend, and I'll see you.